some crushed up habanero and mustard seed. There's a collab with Kerry and I. Kerry's currently in the toilet, so I can talk about him while he's not here. Haha. However, SJ's in the background having a giggle. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. This is my Sriracha Crepuscular. That's the name, apparently, that I've picked. Crepuscular is the time between the sun coming up and the sun going down. So, that colour. Not very clear skies, but murky-ish. And Sriracha, because it's got Sriracha ace hops in it. So, yeah. I was contemplating. Let's see what there. Oh, the tripod is currently set in a set position. So, as you can see, I am working on some of the parallel counterflow video. Yes, the video is happening. It is coming soon. So, I've got to hold the camera. So, please put up with the wiggles. I was contemplating whether I should clear this up a little bit, either filtering it or even gelatin. But I don't want to. I like it the way it is. It's a little tiny bit of hop dandruff here and there. Big deal. It's a friggin' nice beer. Quite like it. Some of this will be bottled up in the not too distant future and shot out to a couple of people. Speaking of shooting out to a couple of people, it's competition time, isn't it? That's right, last week I said you had to wait till this week to find out what the competition is all about, and now you know what the competition is going to be all about. The competition will be like and comment. That's all you got to do. If you like it and you comment, you're in. And I'll draw a name. And you'll get a beer. Or two. You'll get this one. So this is the Fresh Hop Vandal. Straight out of the fermenter from Panhead Breweries. I gave away the Vandal last competition. And I'm going to give away the Vandal again. But this time it's the Fresh Hop version. So as one of those, there's also Black Sabbath, which is the Vandal's successor. The Vandal is the hot rod that you see on there. And it was rebuilt as Black Sabbath. So Mike from Panhead Custom Ales, as an ongoing tribute to the hot rod, he created Black Sabbath, which is an American barley wine at a nice 11%, I do believe. I don't have a bottle here to show you because we can't buy it yet. It's being released at the Great Australian Beer Spectacular, which is 25th of May. So this competition, I'm not going to draw it until the 25th of May. But this is the video that you need to like and comment to be in the draw to win a Fresh Hop Vandal, which is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Ask SJ, he saw my face when I popped it open and had a sip of it on the weekend. And a Black Sabbath American barley wine by Panhead. And also a Panhead t-shirt. Why Panhead, you may say? Well, Panhead are one of the sponsors for the SJ Pour Challenge 2014. Mike just sent me an email and he said, "What do you want?" So I gave him a ring and I said, "Money." And Mike said, "How much?" And I told him and he gave it to me. Cheers, Mike. So that is the reason why Panhead is being given away as the prize for my 2000th subscriber contest. Because Mike's helping us out with the SJ Pour Challenge. Cheers, Mike. Right, what else has been going on? Well, as I said, I have been working on the parallel counterflow chiller video, so little bits of video have been done. Beers have been drunk. Oh, look, empty Panhead bottles all over the place. Oh, it's one of my favourite beers. Braden, bfinch9302 is his username. He asked me a question in my last Homebrew Wednesday video. I'm going to answer people's questions. If you've got a question for me, fire me a question and I'll try and answer it in the next Homebrew Wednesday video. But yeah, Braden had a question about my kegs and what my kegs were. Well, I think Braden, you're referring to my HLT that's sitting in the corner, because you mentioned about the 4-inch triclover cap. But as in regards to kegs, I just use cornies. So there's my cornies. So they're just standard 19 litre corny kegs, which you can get everywhere. I do think, Braden, you're actually referring to this keg over here that you would have seen in a video. This is actually my HLT, but originally it was a keg, and it was actually converted into a fermenter, and that's why it has a 4-inch triclover on the top with pressure release and beer in and gas out, etc. Been stuck there for a while. So that's just my HLT. So there you go, now you're looking inside my HLT. But yeah, I had originally designed it up as a 50 litre stainless steel fermenter before, of course, getting that big conical beast. And I did ferment in it and it worked really well. But when I built the brew system, I needed an HLT. So this was repurposed into an HLT. Now the reason I picked this as an HLT is because of the 4-inch triclover that was on the top. As some of you may know, I used to do some distilling, and I want to get a dragon still 4-inch bubble up stack, and I can put it on this HLT and convert it into a still, because the bubble up stacks are 4-inch triclovers, and they'll just fit straight onto there, another one, and then the condenser coming down and have some alcohol being poured. But yeah, that's what that is. I hope that answers your question, Braden. I have sort of numerous other kegs sort of floating around all over the place. There's another one sort of hiding in the corner over there. We look out here. There's a couple more kegs out there. Kegs everywhere. Alrighty, I have been working on the fridge. Finally got it fixed. Got it going. As I said, this was a fridge that I picked up for free from a bar. I gutted it because it was all broken up the top, and what I've done is I've rebuilt all the panelling at the top, taken it all apart, cleaned it, put in a STC temperature controller, put a collar, a 65mm stainless steel collar all the way around the outside, so I've got more depth in the fridge for fitting in my 50 litre conical, and extended the brackets so that it could still hang the door. So the bracket's been extended out, you know, that extra 65mm for the collar on the top and the bottom, and a bit more bracing and bits and pieces on it. When I first got it, I tested it with gas, R12, it's an old fridge. I tested it with gas, got it filled up, and it was working quite well. And I thought, oh okay, it just must have run out of gas, valve must have been shot on it or something like that. But when I came back to finish it all and put it all together and tried to run it, it started getting warmer. So I checked the gas and it was empty, so there was a leak. So I had to pull the whole thing apart. I started off with the condenser down the bottom and pulled the condenser out. Chopped off the pipes, put some valves on it, filled it up with nitrogen, chucked it in a bucket full of water to see if there was any air bubbles, any holes in it. Nope, there's no leaks in that. So I took that back out. Then all the pipe work around the back where the expansion valve and the compressor and all that sort of stuff, all those points were re-welded and tested and make sure that they weren't leaking. They were all good, which meant it was the evaporator right up the top. So I had to pull the evaporator out. So I pulled the evaporator out, put a valve on the end of that, filled that up with nitrogen, and found the leak. There was a little tiny pinhole leak. So we managed to get that soldered up, put it all back together again, vacuumed it, filled it back up with gas, and now she goes. On cue, that was going to turn on. But it works a treat. It's been running really well. So my next steps to clean it up a bit more. I've already given it a paint on the inside and got rid of all the rust. It needs another little bit of a paint. It needs a magnetic seal all the way around us on the aluminium. so that the rubber seals against it and it closes shut. Needs to have a lock. There she goes. Now it's running. Needs to have a latch on it just to make sure that it does lock shut, because the springs in the door up here, the bolt springs, one of the springs is broken, so it doesn't have as much torque to keep the door shut. But other than that, it's a good little unit. Oh, fucking cold. I haven't put a grill on the fan. I'll put a grill over the fan at some stage. But yeah, working treat. So anyway, this fridge here is going to be replaced with the fridge outside. And this fridge currently has in it, fermenting away, my first sour beer. Yep. This is a collab I did over Easter with Kerry. Got a little bit of footage I'll chuck in it. So in a protein rest for Kerry's collab brew. What are we brewing?
What are we brewing? 100% Brett Saison with habanero, mustard, and maybe some garlic.
Sweet. Where is the mash? We're 60 minutes in. Oh, it's a bug. Yeah.
It's all good, I like meat from up here.
I know, yeah. And it's got a little sandfly that crawled up the dip tube. Just flung in there. Kerry just said he likes meat in his beer. Kerry's the one that brewed Hannibal Ale, the one with the liver, fafa beans and chianti in it.
Ah, yeah.
And Paul Finney down in Christchurch is sending it, yeah.
Exactly.
Paul Finney down in Christchurch just brewed up a cocktail last week, which I chucked on my homebrew Wednesday. He's sending me up a bottle of that. But he used KFC. Crushed it down.
I'm trying to look over the corner here, but I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, that's better. There we go.
Okay, we missed our gravity, but hey, we've got this to add. So 92% mango pulp and some habanero and mustard seed. Just going into here. Romantic picture with the steam. There's SJ watching tentatively in the background.
Creamy tops.
So anyway, that is me, the day after Easter long weekend. And I managed to get a collaborative brew and popped my sour beer cherry. I managed to get my fridge finished, my fermenting fridge, put together, working, cooling, ready to be shipped into the brewery after I painted it up. And also got some work done on the parallel counterflow chiller. So all in all, it's been a good weekend. Also ate some chocolate Easter eggs too. Remember, like and comment on this video to go in the draw to win a bottle of fresh hop, the Vandal, which was brewed, came out of the fermenter a week ago, actually just before Easter. And also a bottle of Black Sabbath, Panhead's barley wine, and also a Panhead t-shirt, because Panhead is great. Panhead is sponsoring the SJ Pour 2014 challenge. And if you are in New Zealand, go to your local supermarket, go to your local liquor store, go to your local bar and slam your hand down on the counter, slam your hand down on the bar and say, where's my Panhead? Get some Panhead on tap, get some Panhead bottles here, because Panhead Custom Ales brew some bloody brilliant beers. Cheers, Mike. Have yourself another one.